Because we're not trying to end up in HR. Hello, my bestie boos. Welcome back to my channel. I'm TheMomLatrice, and today I'm going to be talking about the top 10 perfumes that you can wear to work. These are perfumes that smell amazing. They're not offensive. Okay, if you're anything like me, you want to smell good all year round, no matter where you are. And so at work, you have to be kind of careful with what you wear because you don't want to end up in HR, but you still want to enjoy your collection. So sit down with me as I talk about the top 10 perfumes that you can wear to work. If you like people who keep it real, if you like people who keep it positive, who keep it pushing, then this is the place for you. Now let's get into this video. So work fragrances are a little bit tricky because some places have like a no scent policy, and it's because people do too much sometimes. They do too much at work. If I want to wear a beast mode fragrance, if I want to wear something super woody or smoky or something that has notes that are out there and crazy, then I'm not going to wear it to work. I'm going to wear it in my personal life. At work, you want to wear something that's crowd pleasing. You want to wear something that's not too loud, that's not going to fill up an office so quickly. Then have people worrying about like, who's smelling like that? You don't want to give people headaches. You don't want to end up in HR. Okay. So these perfumes are my recommendations for work because they're not offensive. Some of them are soft. Some of them are crowd pleasing. And some of them are a little different and unique, but they're still office appropriate. First up is Gucci Flora Gorgeous Gardenia. The notes on this one are pear blossom, red berries, Italian mandarin, gardenia, jasmine, frangipani, brown sugar, and patchouli. This is a white floral. It's very, very pretty. It's also very crowd pleasing. I would say for the most part, white florals are going to be pretty much safe for an office environment because they're not going to have any type of notes that are going to be out there. They're not going to be super beast mode for the most part. Now, I do know some white florals that are super, super strong and super, super projecting, but this one isn't. Gucci Flora Gorgeous Gardenia is very, very pretty. I smell the gardenia first. Gardenia is the middle note, but it's very prominent, the gardenia in here, but it also has some brown sugar and it also has some patchouli. It's not offensive at all. The projection on this, I would say, the projection is about, when you first spray it, I would say you would get like a 6.5 out of this. It's not going to be super strong to where like your cubicle mate sitting next to you is going to be overpowered by it, but it's also not too soft to where you will be able to get away with it in a no scent environment. Like you can't get away with any of these in a no scent environment. This is for the office that you can wear fragrance to, but that is not going to offend people. The thing about Gucci Flora Gorgeous Gardenia is that it doesn't last very long. I would say after about an hour or so, it's going to turn into a little bit of a skin scent. And then probably by hour 4, you won't be able to smell it that much. And if you want to, you will need to reapply. But in an office environment, that's okay because you don't want something that's going to last really, really, really long time, because in an office environment, it's a good thing when something kind of dries down and gets a little bit softer and softer and softer throughout the day. So yeah, I definitely would recommend this one for an office environment. Next up is Gucci Bloom. Now this is an OG honey. This one was launched some years back and it was super, super popular when it first came out. This is also a white floral, but it has a strong tuberose note in this one. The notes on this are jasmine, tuberose, and Rangoon creeper. This one, Gucci Bloom, is a classic. It's very soft. It's super feminine. It's very crowd pleasing. This is not going to give someone a headache necessarily in an office environment. If you spray yourself with this, you're going to be noticed. They're going to smell you. But again, like Gucci Gorgeous Gardenia, it starts to soften very quickly after you put it on. So maybe by 30-minute mark, it's not super strong anymore. And then as the day goes by, probably maybe the 3rd hour, you could barely smell this. So you're going to have to reapply this in any setting that you wear this in. But again, like I said, that's a good thing necessarily in an office environment because you don't want anything super beast mode, super crazy. It's very, very crowd pleasing. It's not going to be offensive at all to anyone. I mean, I I know people who aren't the biggest fan of Gucci Bloom, but I haven't met anyone who's like, oh my God, it's too strong. Oh my God, it's overpowering. Oh my God, I can't stand it. I have not met anyone that says that about Gucci Bloom. And so that's why I would definitely recommend this for an office environment. This perfume was released this year in 2023. It is a flanker of an original version. This is Lancome Idole Now. This one is very, very pretty. It's a powdery rose vanilla, but it's not a granny vibe rose to me. It's a mature rose, but it's not granny vibes. If I don't want to offend anybody, but you know what I'm talking about. You know what the granny vibe rose smells like. This is not that. This is a woman who is about her business, but she also smells really soft and pretty. This is extremely feminine. Oh, I love the way this smells. I love this more than I love the original Idole. The notes on this one are rose, orchid, and vanilla. That's it. It's very simple. You smell the vanilla in here. You smell the rose. You also smell the orchid. But I would say the dominant note in this is rose and vanilla. It's super pretty. I recommend it for the office because it's not really complex. Like, this is not necessarily going to give anyone a headache. Generally, vanilla fragrances are pretty crowd pleasing. Rose fragrances can be crowd pleasing as well if the rose is not too strong. And I feel like the rose here is nicely done. It's blended very, very smoothly. So it all smells very cohesive, but it also has a really good sillage. Now, Lancome fragrances can be super beast mode. Okay, they are known for lasting all day long. And I would say this one, it's not beast mode to the point where it's going to be overpowering in the office. Now, I would say don't spray a whole lot. Maybe give yourself a couple of sprays because it is going to project. I would say the projection on this one is about an 8, but I would recommend it for the office. I would recommend it for a work environment because even though it projects, it's not offensive at all. Like, they're going to smell you, but they're not going to be like cringing because your perfume is too strong. Just don't overspray. Keep it calm, keep it cute, and you can definitely get away with this in the office. This next one is an Arabian fragrance. It's newer to my collection, but I have been really, really enjoying this. This is El Haramain's Amber Oud Gold edition. This one is super pretty. It's affordable, as most Arabian fragrances are. This one is a dupe of Xerjoff's Herba Pura, and I'm going to do a video on dupe fragrances, so please watch out for that. That should be coming in another week or so. But this one is very, very pretty. I enjoy it a lot. It's very, very fruity. Now, the notes on this one are bergamot, green notes. There's a fruity notes, sweet notes, melon, pineapple, amber, musk, vanilla, and woody notes. This one is very fruity, and it's a very juicy fruity. So if you want something for the office that's fruity, like you're tired of the white florals, you're tired of the vanilla fragrances, you want something that's sweet and fruity, this is perfect for that because it's not overpoweringly sweet, but it's sweet enough to where you're going to be satisfied. It's not going to be sickeningly sweet to the point where it's overwhelming the entire office and everybody's sick of you. Okay, you don't want that. So I definitely recommend this for the office on the days where you want something sweet and fruity and playful, but you want something that's a little grown up at the same time. This next one is also a sweet, fruity floral, but this is for my luxury niche girlies, honey. This is Perfumes Mentioned's Cassili. This is so pretty, okay? Not only is the bottle pretty and girly, but the fragrance and the juice inside is beautiful and girly. Oh, it's very fruity. It's very sweet, but it's not sickeningly sweet. It's not going to be cloying or overpowering you with the sweetness. You're not going to get nauseous because it's too sweet. It's so perfectly done. It's really blended extremely well. The notes on this one are red currant, floral notes, Bulgarian rose. There's plum, frangipani. There's also Petalia mimosa, vanilla, tonka bean, and sandalwood. When I first smell this, I smell the plum more than anything. Now, I've said this in another video. A lot of people say they smell peach. This is not a peach fragrance, honey. There's no peach in here. It's because the bottle is peach. And so people think they smell peach, but it's not. It's plum. It's super, super fruity. It's juicy. It's different. It's not going to be overpowering with the floral note. So this is something that I would wear to the office, maybe in the spring, summertime. But honestly, I will wear this year round, okay? It's fruity. It's juicy. It's delicious. It's going to quench my thirst for something in the office that's going to wake me up, okay? When I spray this, I'm going to feel fresh and rejuvenated. And I'm going to be like, you know what? I can sit here for 8 hours and deal with all of this. If I can smell like Perfumes Mentioned Cassili, I can deal with almost anything at the office, okay? If people driving me crazy, I'm just going to sniff my wrist. Okay, I can take on the day again. And sometimes that's what I want in my fragrance. Sometimes I use fragrances to make me feel a certain way. If I want to feel like a boss, I'll wear a certain fragrance. If I want to feel sweet, feminine, and girly, I'll wear a certain fragrance. So fragrances evoke all kinds of emotions in people. And so if I want to feel flirty, sweet, feminine, if I want a little patience, sometimes I'll wear Perfumes Mentioned Cassili to work. Okay, this next one was a signature scent of mine for so many years, and you're going to be able to see by this dent how much I loved it. This one is Marc Jacobs Perfect. It's so pretty, you guys. Like, I wore this every day to work, probably for a year. It's sweet, but it's a little green. It's a little nutty. It is actually perfect. Like, the name is perfect. The fragrance is perfect. The bottle is perfect. I love how cute the design is on here. I absolutely love this perfume. The notes on this one are rhubarb, narcissus, almond milk, cashmere, and cedar. Now, the almond milk is not really strong in here, but it makes it a little bit nutty. The cashmere makes it a little bit creamy. I smell a little bit of that narcissus, which gives it that floral greenness that's in here. The rhubarb makes it a tiny little bit tart. Like, it's not super tart, but it's just like perfectly blended. It's sweet, it's nutty, it's creamy, it's a little tart and green. Like, I feel like this one is so crowd pleasing. I have yet to meet anyone who does not like this perfume. And if I did, I would question them. Like, what's wrong? What's the problem? Okay, why are you hating on Marc Jacobs Perfect? Because I don't know what you could say to make me change my mind on how amazing this fragrance is. It's so, so pretty. It's very crowd pleasing, so it's not going to offend anybody in the office. You're going to have this beautiful sillage that's just going to follow you when you walk by, and people are going to turn their heads and be wondering what you're wearing because it's so feminine and soft. Like, this is one of the perfumes that I recommend to people who are not super into fragrances. They just want something kind of light and airy. Marc Jacobs Perfect is perfect for that. It's the perfect recommendation for someone who is into fragrances, or maybe just starting to get into fragrances. They want something that's just not floral, that's just not vanilla. They want something a little bit more complex with a little bit different notes in it. This one is perfect for that. The sillage on this is great. Like I said, the projection on this is probably about a 7. So I definitely would not overspray this in the office, but it's crowd pleasing, so it's not going to offend anyone. I would definitely say this is something that anybody needs in their collection. Like, you need to have this as one of those just easy reaches for the office. Other scent profiles that are really, really great for the office, in addition to vanillas, in addition to florals, is citrus notes. Like, citrusy fragrances are perfect for the office because they're really clean. I'll wait for the siren to go by. So yeah, citrus notes are great for the office because they're clean, they're fresh, they're absolutely crowd pleasing, because who doesn't want to smell fresh citrus at any time of day? Like, it's going to wake you up. It's going to rejuvenate you to get you through that day. And this one is no different, okay? This is a citrusy, rosy fragrance. This is Valentino's Donna Born in Roma Yellow Dream. I always forget how much I love this fragrance. Like, I have so many things in my collection, and I always forget about her until I'm doing a video and I want to recommend something that's really crowd pleasing to someone. And then I'm like, why haven't I worn this in a while? Oh, it's so citrusy. It's so fresh and clean. It's a little bit musky. The notes on this one are lemon, rose, and white musk. It's very, very simple. It's a little musky, so it smells a little clean. It's citrusy, so it's very fresh. It's rose, so it has a hint of floral in it. This is absolutely crowd pleasing. And just like the other Donna Born and Roma flankers, as well as the OG, this is well loved. Like, I have not met anybody who does not like Yellow Dream. Now, I've met some people who haven't enjoyed Donna Born and Roma OG as much. I can't relate because I love that one and it's on this list. It's coming up, but I haven't met anybody who doesn't like Valentino Donna Born and Roma Yellow Dream. This is citrusy. It's very crowd pleasing. It's perfect for the office. Like I said, the sillage on this is really, really great. It's going to project. I would say it's about a 6.5. So it's not going to be super, super strong projecting and offending and like filling up the office and suffocating people. It's not going to do that at all, but it's going to be fresh and people are going to smell it before you walk in. They probably will smell it, but they're going to be like, oh girl, you smell so good. Okay. And you're going to know you smell good. It's going to make you feel like you can get through the day. Like, I don't know what else to say. This one is super beautiful and I am going to have to wear this more often. You know what? Matter of fact, let me go on it. Let me go on and spray her because I've been at it all day long and I already feel rejuvenated. Oh my goodness. I have to wear her more often. She's so pretty, y'all. Now, you know, I was not going to talk about a Donna Born and Roma flanker without mentioning the OG, the original, the one, the only Donna Born and Roma OG. Okay, this one is a beautiful fragrance. It is probably top #1 in my collection. If I lost all of my fragrances and I had to start over, she'd be the first purchase because she is so versatile and that makes her perfect for the office. This is a woody vanilla. It's a little bit spicy. It lasts forever on your skin and forever on your clothes as well. This is perfect for the office because it's crowd pleasing. Like I said, the notes on this one, black currant, pink pepper, bergamot. So it's citrusy. It's a little spicy. Jasmine, jasmine sambac, jasmine tea. The middle notes, 3 types of jasmine. You are definitely going to smell the jasmine in this, but it's not overdone. Sometimes jasmine can be a little mature, but I don't think this leans mature. Does she smell like a grown woman? Absolutely, she does. But she doesn't smell like a grown woman that stays in the house all day and watches Jeopardy. That's not what she is. She's out and about. She goes to work. She goes to the winery. She does all kinds of things. This is grown woman vibes, honey. So it's perfect for the office. The bottom notes on this are bourbon, vanilla, cashmere, and guaiac wood. So she's a little woody. She's definitely rich and vanilla. She is perfect. Like, I have so many perfumes in my collection. So the fact that that dent is where it is should definitely tell you something. I have bought this for my sister. I have recommended this to so many people online. I have worn this every single day for months on end. Like, I have to stop myself from wearing it sometimes because I could wear it every day, honestly. It is a perfect fragrance. It's not a plain vanilla, but it's not too woody. It's not too anything. It's like perfectly blended. It's perfect for the office because it does last all day. You're not going to have to respray yourself, but it's also not going to be very overpowering. So the sillage on this, I would say, is about a 7, 7.5. You could make it an 8 if you oversprayed. I don't recommend that for the office. But if you wanted to, you could spray yourself down with this and it would last you all day long. You would even smell this on your clothes the next day. So it's perfect for the office because it's not overwhelming. It's not offensive. It's just enough. Like, it's edgy enough for the office to where you're not going to smell like everybody else. But it's still also crowd pleasing enough to where you're not going to be boring. Okay, you're gonna be different. You're gonna be special when you wear her. So highly recommend her for the office. This one is also a very, very versatile fragrance. It's also very crowd pleasing, like pretty much all of the fragrances that I've mentioned here today, because for the work environment, for the office environment, you need to wear something crowd pleasing because you're not going to want to offend anyone, especially if you don't have a private office and you're going to be out and about amongst everyone. You do not want to be offensive. And this one is perfect for that. This one also introduced me to Arabian fragrances. I was on the fence about Arabian fragrances until I went out on a limb and I tried this one and I fell in love. And now my Arabian fragrance collection is growing and growing every single day. This is Yara Latafa. I've mentioned her before on my channel. She is a perfect fragrance. I mean, she's creamy, she's fruity, she's a powdery sweet vanilla, but it's not sickeningly sweet. There's complexity to her. She lasts all day long. I mean, I could go on and on, honestly. Oh my God. Oh, I know I already sprayed something, but listen. Oh, that's the other thing. Yara layers with everything. I layer her with so many things in my collection. I can't think of anything I haven't layered her with. I layer Yara with a whole bunch of stuff. If I want to add a little bit of sweetness to something, I layer Yara. If I want to add a little vanilla to something, I layer Yara. If something is too deep and I want to make it a little bit powdery, I layer Yara. Like, I recommend her to so many people because she's crowd pleasing. Like, there's people who don't like almost anything. You're going to be able to find someone in the world that doesn't like almost anything. But the people that don't like this one are few and far between that I've come across. Notes on this are orchid, heliotrope, tangerine, gourmand accord, tropical fruits, vanilla, musk, and sandalwood. So the sandalwood makes it super creamy. The gourmand accord and those fruits make it juicy and sweet and fruity. It's not offensive. It projects just enough, but it's not a beast mode. It's not a screamer, honey. She's gonna talk in a low tone of voice. This is the way Yara would talk if she was a person. Like, she's gonna talk like this, but you're gonna know who she is. You're gonna smell her. She's recognizable. She's unforgettable, honey. And so that's why I would recommend her for the office, because if you're feeling like you want something sweet, you want something vanilla, you don't want anything too overpowering, but you're sick of the basic vanillas, the basic florals, then go ahead, honey, and put you on some Yara and you are going to be good to go. I saved this next one for last because this is a fragrance that got me into collecting fragrances. I have loved fragrances since I was a child because my mother, she loved perfume. This one came out in 2010. It is the only Chanel fragrance that I have in my entire collection. It is the #1 complimented fragrance in my entire collection. I believe it is the most crowd-pleasing, least offensive fragrance in my collection. This is Chanel Chance Eau Tendre. And as you can see by the dent, I wore this fragrance every day for almost an entire year. Now, this was before I started spraying myself down. So I probably would spray 2 or 3 times. But it's so pretty. It's so soft. It's so feminine. It's so citrusy and bright. It's so crowd pleasing. The notes on this one are quince, grapefruit. There's hyacinth, jasmine, musk, iris, Virginia cedar, and also amber. This is not woody. I would not say that it's woody, but I feel like that Virginia cedar gives it a little bit of a depth. The musk makes it skin-like. The grapefruit makes it citrusy and fresh. It's very crowd-pleasing. When I used to wear this every day, like, I couldn't even count on my hand the number of times I will get a compliment. It was brand new when it first came out in 2010, and I think I have had this bottle since 2010, and this still smells amazing, okay? I do keep my fragrances in a dark, cool place, so they do keep well. And this is the EDT version, so this is the eau de toilette. Usually these don't last as long, and usually I do prefer eau de parfums. But the EDT version of Chanel Chance Eau Tendre is more airy. It's more fresh. It projects more. Now, I do also own the Eau de Parfum version of Chanel Chance. And as you can see, I use that as well. but I much prefer the EDT version, especially for the office, because you want something fresh. You want something that's not going to be offensive, not too heavy, not too strong. This definitely projects, and your sillage is going to be amazing. Your scent trail is going to envelop your scent bubble, okay? In the space that you're in, you're going to smell yourself. It lasts all day long. It's so pretty. It's citrusy. It's bright. It's all of those good things, honey. And if you're looking for something like that, especially for the office, there's nothing I would recommend more than Chanel Chance Eau Tendre EDT. So yeah, those are my top 10 recommendations for perfumes you can wear to the office, to work, to pretty much any environment. But since we're talking about working in an office, these perfumes are perfect for that. There's citrus, there's florals, there's vanillas. I tried to give you guys a large variety of fragrances. I did 10 because I'm hoping you have at least one of these in your collection, or you're open to purchasing at least one of these so that you can have it in your collection for work, for the office, for crowd-pleasing fragrances in your collection. So I hope you enjoy this content. If you do, please like, please share, please comment, subscribe. Please comment down below something that you wear to the office all the time that you think is crowd pleasing, that you think is appropriate for work. Please put it in the comments down below, because like I said, I'm always looking for more recommendations for office fragrances. I'm always looking to freshen up my collection. I hope you're subscribing. I hope you're clicking that subscription bell, because my content right now is not regularly scheduled, okay? I do this whenever I can because I'm a single mom. I work full time. This is my passion. And so I do make videos, but I don't do them on a regular basis. I'm trying to do them more often, okay? I'm working on it. I'm working on it. But please show me some love and give me some motivation to keep going. And until next time, I love you, love you, love you, love you.